Okay, this will be an interesting one. Let's see if we can make this turn up a treat. I really miss a loved one at the moment, folks. Trying to get reunited with him by putting this photocopier art videos on TV to locate him, Luigi. I don't know exactly what his surname is, but he knows who I am and he loves me and he wants to see my work shine, and he will. And I want him to have the opportunity of getting in touch with me, maybe through the TV channel. I don't know, it's just up to you TV people if you can fucking put the coronavirus aside for a moment and just air my stuff, because I'm really missing this person. It really hurts. Yeah, Coles, that's what we're photocopying, and we're interested in the last page. This one, I've got that there. So we're interested in this ad, primarily that. But basically it's really difficult finding this loved one if this damn coronavirus is constantly being put on air and taking up all the space that I could have. I'm really over the coronavirus. I'm really sick of how it's taken control of everything and people are so worried about it. Why do we want people to constantly be in a current state of stress? There's got to be something good on television. I don't watch television. I'm sick of the fuck. I used to watch it and it was just stupid, especially in the morning. Not in the morning, the day, midday or daytime after the morning shows have been. It used to get really, that's come out nice, almost scented. So yeah, they put it on too much. There's just too much COVID-19 material, and I'm just sick of hearing about it. I don't even have to watch television to see it. It's always on social media as well. But basically, it's really annoying the way that they just keep churning it over and over and over. They seem to think it's necessary to constantly bombard the populace with that sort of shit. They use terms like update, keep up to date with this virus or whatever you want to say. And it's just so boring and it's just stressful as well. Now that looks better except for this part. So yeah, it'd be nice if they could just put the virus down and basically allow there to be better types of material being aired instead of the same old shit, different fucking smell. Yeah, I'm so over it. I just don't feel like I'm getting a word in edgewise. Now I just pressed that, didn't work. So over this coronavirus coverage. And then of course summer's coming up, it's already a hot day today, and the bushfires are going to demand attention as well. So between the bushfires and the coronavirus, it feels currently like I have no hope of being able to compete with this shit. And they always seem to like to report on death, disease, disaster, and they don't care about anything fucking new. It's all the same old status quo type shit. I'm really over it, folks. I don't know what you guys would think, but I really hate this COVID-19 shit. I don't want to know any more about it anymore. I'm sick to fuck of it. I'm so over it. not focusing very well, this fucking autofocus. Yeah, that looks good so far. But basically I'm really over this coverage that we're getting of these not corporates. I know I hate corporations. That's another area of hatred I have for the status quo, is the corporations. Companies like Konica Minolta are fucking our world up. Yeah, they'd be contributing to the climate change, and this is what drives the bushfires. The way that they've been driven is the climate change. So I'm telling you folks, we've got to fucking fix this planet. We can't just keep languishing in the negativity, you know, when you know that it's our fucking CO2 emissions that are causing it, and the bushfires. We have less bushfires if we didn't have these fucktards running companies like Konica Minolta. Seriously, I'm angry. I'm pissed off. You know, I'm trying to get my stuff out there, and all this fucking bad news just keeps fucking me over. We don't need any more COVID-19. We don't need any more bushfire coverage. I want my fucking future with my future husband, Luigi. Otherwise, I'm never going to get any peace being away from this person who I love. This looks interesting, this little part here. But it's really difficult trying to get my work aired when these fucktards creating CO2 and that, fucking corporations, big business, dickheads. Why can't we have some good news? Why can't we have some fucking good news, folks? Instead of this fucking shit, you know, we're just looking at the problems that we're causing, and, you know, and we languish in what we've done wrong. Now, I'm wondering if we're going to make this where the centre of this job is going to be. Which one are we going to use? But basically, yeah, I'm just so over the way the world has become. This looks really nice. The world has become a real fuckhole with the bloody fucktards who rule our fucking corporate world, who don't have a fucking brain or fucking common sense. Sick of them, folks. I really am fucking sick to fuck of these fucktards who don't fucking care, who can't care. They rule everything. The photocopier industry is one of the industries where the pollution's happening. And at the moment I have no power to do anything to stop them. I have to use their shitty product because that's all there is. It's all there is available, folks. The photocopier industry is full of fucktards. You know, they're full of idiots. Wondering if that's any good. That looks shit house. Not wanting that one. So yeah, one day I will take the photocopier world by storm, folks. I will take the photocopier world by storm, and I'll redesign the fuck shit right from the bottom up. One day these photocopiers are going to last 60 years, not 5 years like this shit. It's going to last 60 years, spare parts, consumables, servicing, fixing. It's all going to be there. It's all going to last. It's going to be there for everyone to enjoy. Yeah, it's going to last. It's going to last instead of becoming a useless piece of junk that often ends up in graveyards in places like China and India. And incidentally, these equipments that we propose are going to be built out of mostly recycled materials wherever possible. So we're going to mine the tips of India, places like India and China. We're going to pick up all this dirty fucking waste and make something useful out of it. And they're going to benefit because they won't have to put up with all this trash in their fucking backyard. So we're going to try our best to clean up this damn planet and basically We've got to also, I'm going to be not just a CEO, I'm going to become a scientist, and I am going to find a solution to climate change. I will, folks. I am determined that I will find solutions to problems like climate change. Fuck yous all. You don't want to fucking help me? I'll do it my fucking self, bitches. I'll do it myself. I know what I want to do, and I want to do it right. So I'm going to fucking clean up this damn planet, and the kind of workplace we're going to have to manufacture this equipment, bang, it's going to be manufactured on Australian soil. No made in China, no made in Vietnam, Australian fucking soil. This looks good. It's going to be made on fucking Australian soil. We're not going to go elsewhere with labour. And these people that are going to manufacture these equipments in the factory, they're going to manufacture it. They're going to have good working conditions, safe and sound. They're going to have they're going to get paid a decent wage. Paid a little bit more than what they're actually worth. We've got to fucking think about the future. We've got to think about the people in the work in the factories, not made in China and slave labour. We're going to fucking get rid of slave labour, folks. So we've got to think about that. And there's going to be jobs. Therefore, there's going to be jobs for Australia. Heaps and heaps of fucking jobs. Jobs further than the eye can see. We've got to fucking think, folks. We've got to think of what our future holds and what the future holds for other people. We've got to think of our future, folks. We can't keep destroying our planet and creating fucking CO2. And it's being implemented. And also with coronavirus, it could be climate change is a part of the cause of the coronavirus, I've read somewhere, or deforestation and other stupid things that rich people are up to. So, we could have avoided this fucking coronavirus for all we know. And I wouldn't be here having a fucking whinge over this shit and over the state of this planet. We need to fucking make a difference, We've got to get past the idea that money is everything. We've got to fucking stop being so fucking obsessed with money and think about what we can do to make the world a better place. That looks really quite nice. So we've got to think outside the money fucked box that we're thinking in. We've got to stop thinking about money like it's the be all and end all. That's causing fucking problems for our world. And people fight over money. Money is like something you must not allow to be mastering you. You must master it. You must treat it like a slave and a servant who must do their job. Who must do their fucking job. Don't be enslaved yourself to the money. The money has got to fucking work for you, but no, not just for you. It's got to work for the world. It's got to work for making the world a better place. Sure, you can enjoy some luxury. I'm not saying forego every kind of luxury. No, I don't mean that. But what I do mean is that you treat money as a slave and a servant that can do good things. You got to put the money to work to fix things, to make things better for everyone, not just you, the rich person. To me, keeping the money to myself in the future, when I finally get the money, is bad taste. It's really bad taste for me, myself, to keep the money just for me. I'm going to maybe enlarge that section. So, it's really bad taste to me to keep the money to myself and to watch people around me suffer. I'm not interested in that. I don't want that, folks. That's what people are doing now, and it's fucked up our planet. And you just can't avoid using equipment and technology that's bad for the planet and bad for humanity, because the fucktards have all the power and they don't give a flying fuck who they hurt. They don't care. They've got no brains, they've got no common sense. They're stupid, fucking stupid idiots. I have no respect for the current way that things are being conducted, the way business is being conducted. I really am over them. I'm over these rich, these idiots. I'm so over them, folks. I really have no space for them in my life to tell me what to do, tell me how to use the product that they have built. I'm going to take a section out of that. But basically, we got to think outside the box, and we got to start thinking of our planet and thinking of the future of humanity more than we, that's where the money ought to be spent. I'm going to do this section. So that's where the money ought to be spent, is helping make the world a better, cleaner and greener place for everyone, not just the rich. Let's see how we go with this. This is really difficult. Going at 400 all the way. This is going to be a rather prolongated demo. This looks really quite nice, actually. Wondering where the centre of the job is going to be. I'm going to make it there. But that's really grainy and interesting for this demo. But yeah, we got to try our best to make the world a better place. You don't have to give all your money away. You only have to give 10% of what you earn. 10% is acceptable, and the rest of it, you can enjoy it. But most CEOs don't give that much. For me, as a future CEO, I have to, because I want to, I want to give, I think the amount I've set for myself would be 95% of my earnings will go towards making the world a better place. And that includes me as a scientist, eventually clearing up problems like climate change. So these will be like experiments and activities, like hobbies to me, and these hobbies are going to be taken out of my pay packet, and I'm going to keep making discoveries and giving away to responsible parties, scientific parties, solutions to problems like the solution to climate change. So we've got to do something to fix this world up before we go extinct. And it's not fucking funny, to think that we could go extinct. It's not good. It's not conceivable, but it's we can see it happening as we speak, folks. Let's see how we go with this. This one's been a really long demo, folks. But anyway, that's come up better than I thought. I think now we can call this demo quits.